mix and that beat quick.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiara, and I am back with another video. It's been a minute since I've been in front of this camera, but y'all don't know that because, as far as y'all know, this is just another week. But as y'all can see, I'm in my scrubs. I ain't just got off of work, but I've been at work today. I usually don't record after I get off work, but something just told me, Kiara, get your ace in front of this camera. Get in front of this camera and tell these folks something. Um, but yeah, I got a little motivated, you know what I'm saying? I asked Instagram, I asked Snapchat, hey, what do y'all want to see? What content do y'all want to see from me? One person thought he was finna get my energy and was like, most of your content is boring. Like, do something. I'm like, oh, you a little saucy. You a little saucy, but he ended up being blocked, so it don't even matter. So I decided to do boom, right? I did a story once upon a time about my ex. I named him Kane. That relationship was a whole thing, and I do not plan on telling the whole start to end situation with him because I'm not trying to relive that. But I can do like little mini stories in that time span that we was together or whatever. Shit, how the hell you slide off? Like what was that all about? How you slide off? What was that about? Anyway, before we get into it though, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. Cause I know y'all wanna support your girl. And without further ado, let's get into this story time. Okay, so that intro was trash, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all one of the many stories within this span of me being with Kane, right? So this one, it was one of the more funny ones, not necessarily the more, traumatic ones, the more serious ones. It's one of the funny ones. So I want to say me and Kane were together for about, I say we was together for about 8 months, something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. About 9 months, something like that. We was fresh. We was fresh, and so I kind of knew there were hints of him not just talking to me. Mind you, I was 15 at the time. So, of course, they gonna do, hormones and all that, right? So, one day I was at this, so I'm from Louisiana, and every now and then they'll have like kickball games, like adult kickball games, and it's kind of like a 2-for-1. It's like a kickball game / like a outing, like a gathering of sorts, like people barbecuing, people talking, people chit-chatting, all that, as well as watching the game. So I went to that, and I was chilling in a group of folks that I kind of knew, and one girl, I promise you, I don't know her real name. I promise you, if I knew her real name, I'd tell you. If I knew her real name, I'd tell you, but I don't remember her name. I'm gonna call her Purple. I'm gonna call her Purple because I got on purple scrubs. So I was in a conversation with Purple, and Purple just bust out and called out Kane's name, and Kane my man. So I'm like, oh, what happened? She was like, yeah, I'm talking about your man, Kane. Da, da, da. And I'm like, oh well, excuse me. I just wanted to see what y'all was talking about, cause like that's my man, and apparently she knew that was my man. I promise you, this is the first time I laid eyes on this girl. So I'm like, how you know about me? So boom, right? I left because I ain't got time. I feel like if I would have stayed, that girl would have tried to mollywop my ass. So I had to go back to my parents. And so later on, I say a month down the line, mind you, Facebook was popping back in 2013. Yeah, Facebook was popping back in 2013. So I was on Facebook, and back in the day, Facebook, you can write on folks' walls, say happy birthday, I miss you, da 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 da. And me being me and Kane being my man, I would go down his wall and see who talking to him and shit like that. And I know he do the same with me. I know that because yeah, he told me he was crazy. So boom, I went down his wall and was just reading shit. And one recent one was from Purple, and she said something like, "Oh, you acting brand new. You acting like you don't know nobody no more. This and that and that and this." And me, oh, and she kept talking like him, Kane and Purple was talking back and forth on that post on his wall. And he was saying some crazy stuff. And she said something like, "Oh, you act like you don't know nobody since you with that BITCH." And I said, "Oh, let me get up in here because who is the BITCH?" And so I typed that. I said, who that? Who you talking about? Type stuff. And she texted back like that. "I'm talking about you. You da 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 da. Yo man, he wanna act stupid. Then he got a girlfriend. Da 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 da." And then her friend pop in the chat or pop on the post, and her name was Skittles or Jolly Rancher or something. It had something to do with candy. And so her Purple and her friend just basically at some point in the conversation they had started talking to themselves. Cause only thing I promise you, the only thing I asked was who y'all talking about when she said you with that B word. That's the only thing I said was who y'all talking about. And she said you, and that's when they started getting at. They started getting at. And the girl said, "That's why your man asked me to go to Houston with him, and he wanted me to go with him, and we was gonna stay together in Houston." And da 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 da. I was like, that motherfucker did say something about going to Texas real soon. So I kept that in the back of my head. So she wasn't all the way lying. So boom, right? And so her Purple and her friend just talking to each other in this damn post until they got tired of talking to each other. Because I'm done. I was over it. I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody about nothing. If it ain't my mama, my grandma, or nothing like that, I'm not finna go back and forth with you by no person. So they end up I think they finally end up stop talking to each other. And I called him up like, "Hey, what was that? What was all that ruckus about on your wall?" And he was like, "No, I be talking to her every now and then. It's nothing like that. She like me." I'm like, "Okay, well, if she like you, why are you entertaining her? You got a whole girlfriend type shit, right?" So I keep checking to make sure my mic's still recording if I keep looking down. So I was just like, so she knew about you going to Texas. She knew about this, that, and the third. Like, you must be saying something. And so I honestly can't tell you what happened after that. But somehow, some way, he talked his way out of that and we moved past it. Fast forward, I'd say about a month or two. Yeah, about a month or two. There was a party it was a party going on. And my aunt, she went and she brought us kids because it was going to be kids there too. So me, my aunt, and my cousins, we rode in her truck. We got there. Guess who I see down the road? Purple. And her little gang of friends. So I'm chilling with my cousins looking at her. You could tell she looking at me from down the road. And I'm like, I didn't say what you want to do, but I was looking like, I propped up on that truck. I said, if she want to come down here, she can come down here. I don't know what make her think I'm finna fight over nobody. I'm going to fight you if you put your hands on me. I'm not finna fight you over no dude. That's never going to happen. I'm going to fight you if you touch me. That's it. So after that, honestly, I didn't see her no more that I remember. I don't remember seeing her no more. Yeah, I don't remember seeing her no more. I think there was an altercation where we almost got into a fight was kind of almost set up type stuff. But I never went because why would I go to a potential settle? But yeah, that's a little A little mini story time about how this girl was about to get on me about a man. She knew about me. I didn't even know she existed. But apparently she been stalking me since the first time she found out I was with Kane. So that lets you know people will be stalking your whole life and you will never know that they exist. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Little mini story time, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna get started on another one, not a story time possibly, but another video in general to make sure my videos don't slow down. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that, cause I know y'all want us so fun, yeah, girl. And like I always say, I will see y'all. Can't snap right now. In the next video. Bye, guys.